We're gonna start a fresh playthrough. And of course, we're gonna play it on hard. Again. I wanted to play this on Nightmare difficulty, but Remedy was like, no, you play it on hard. Then the second time you play it on Nightmare, which is fine. You know, it's fine. We're gonna play it a second time anyways, because in New Game Plus, you do get new pages, much like in Alan Wake 1, as well as a bit of a different ending. So if you want to get the true ending, so to speak, you do need to play on New Game Plus anyways. So here we go.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
Double checking that we actually have audio this time around. I want to repeat what happened earlier today. I think the shot is so sick.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
You see Alan Wake's face. Shoots out, you see the mountain and the reflection of the mountain in Cauldron Lake. Our world, the dark place, two sides of the same coin.
This story will eat us alive.
And then we see the shot of the deer, and it actually transitions into the game itself on the lake. That's such a sick shot. Very artistic, very artsy-fartsy, but it's so sick. Ellie, close your eyes. We're gonna get booty on the screen. Oh, it's not even a good-looking booty. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What a beautiful ass game, huh? What a pretty ass game this is. Pretty. It's a figure of speech, not the actual ass. That's not a pretty ass in the slightest, but maybe it is. You know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No, it's nasty. It's all hairy. It's all bloated and muddy. That's no. 31 years old, you've seen asses before, but have you seen this kind of ass? This dirty ass booty? And this is the entire game. We just walk around a forest as a naked old man. You have? I am so sorry, Ellie. You have my deepest condolences. Schiff, welcome in. What do you know? I know will never fade away. I want to take off the crosshair at the center. Hello. The crosshair at the center. Because I feel like it's gonna ruin. Mr. Scratch, I'm having a fucking conversation here. Because I think that the, it kind of ruins immersion a little bit, but I'm so used to having it. In so many games, like, I need to have it as a frame of reference. That way, like, when I'm going to aim my firearm and fire at the enemy, I already know where my crosshair is going to be. It was so handy in Resident Evil titles that I feel like I need to have it on here, too. You forget I live in Sweden where nudity isn't really frowned upon. I mean, just because it's not frowned upon, you don't want to... Oh my god! You don't really want to, you know, some booties, you don't want to see it. You know, there's states here in the US, 4 states, where there is no laws against bestiality. I still wouldn't want to walk out into the street and just see a dude shagging a sheep. You know what I'm You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah? Well, I'm a... Whoa! We gotta run! Oh. Wow. Okay. So... Huh. So yeah, I guess you can have that sequence end way earlier if you just let them hit you and not try to run away. Xenon, welcome in. Harvest this foreskin, let's go. The only tool available to you is your mouth.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm done. What the fuck?
So I mentioned this on the first playthrough, and I'm gonna bring it up again. The reason they were able to catch up to this guy, the reason they were able to catch up to this guy is because he was in the dark. They weren't able to catch up to Tammy and Ed because they had flashlights and they would constantly turn around and look behind them. I never thought about that up until later towards the end of chapter 1. That's such a neat little detail that they added there. For anybody that might not know, the Taken are not too keen on light. It really is aggressive. Yeah, I mentioned this earlier today. This game very much has like an art house feel. If you've seen any movies like The Vivitch, or any of those like very artsy horror movies, Alan Wake 2 very much has that sort of vibe.
What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right.
This looks sick, and I've never heard of this game before. Unless you want to play them yourself, I recommend checking out playthroughs of both Alan Wake and Control. Alan Wake 2 came out October last year, so this game is still pretty recent. It's not like a massive release or anything, but...
Love you too. And say hi to
yeah,
Casey.
Remedy has done a lot of good
So
games.
much.
Remedy has done a lot of good games. If anything, I recommend checking out a playthrough of Control. This Control is pretty fucking good.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
I love the synchronous coffee sip.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Also, for some reason, the game is running smoother than it did earlier today. I'm not sure why.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
But I ain't complaining about it.
Time to get to work.
Uh-oh, popping car.
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear. I'll check out that map.
God, I can't overstate this enough. This is such a gorgeous looking title.
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by
It's
the
gated
trees.
off, chat.
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here. I should
But
take a
who
look at
doesn't
that
want
map.
us coming in here?
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's
Oh
a new
shit.
one.
The FBC,
Toxic
huh?
volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure
If the
branch
FBC won't let me
for
be, let me be.
unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northwest. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. Fucking name for a bird. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins to journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby. There are some strange sounds carried on the wind, however. Nothing I can recognize or explain. Getting a little concerned. I might have to find another spot somewhere safer. The sounds are getting closer. Moved inland. Foliage is stunning. Must come back in the fall. Had to stop and sketch this gorgeous vine maple. Just that the way the Methuselah's beard hang off of it. This is why trees are better than people. Weird? Hey, whatever suits you. Do you think this person shags with trees? You think they diddle the leaves? Speaking of people, saw some drunk guy staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs? Kept my distance. Should probably find another spot. So annoying. After I saw the weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again, moved up the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook to camp at. But I'm more interested in this Alaska onion grass. Invasive, but edible, and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sound wrong. Rabies? I want to leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. I'm gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. So, I'm not sure if they're talking about the guy that we played at in that intro sequence. We'll find out who that is towards the end of chapter 1. Or, well, actually, we'll find out who he is shortly here, but I'm not sure if the person's talking about him or somebody else, but I can tell you, nice, nice game. But I can tell you that whoever it was that wrote that,
Anderson.
probably not around anymore. Oh, hey, I didn't even notice you can see the fucking thing from here. So check this out. This is one thing that I really like, and I wish that if a game was going to use invisible walls, that they would do it this way, right? So, in most games, you'd just be walking into an invisible wall, and you just keep walking, you know, in place. It sort of ruins the immersion. This is no different than an invisible wall, but instead of, like, hard stopping you from progressing, your character instead turns around and goes, no, I need to go elsewhere. Which, while annoying, because, you know, you're forced to go where the game wants it to go at the time being, it's less immersion breaking. It's your character going, well, we got some other stuff to do first. Let's go back. We got the map. There it is. Little nice map. What's up, Casey? You doing, dude?
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back.
Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
I'm assuming
Quit your belly aching for
it,
it. Up here now.
I can't tell whether this is just a random fucking plant where they just placed the trash can in, or if this is actually like somebody just tossed a branch in there. That looks a bit weird. Whoever wrote this, I would avoid actively and always cover my drink around them. Well, you don't trust them?
Hey, over here.
You think they're being weird? Think they're being suspicious?
Hey there. Agent Casey, right?
No
Sheriff
entry.
said you'd be
Federal
coming
Bureau of
by and take
Control
over the
as
case.
well.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that, The federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton.
Mulligan and
down
Thornton
at the
are
crime
great.
scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Such big fucking
What do you
dork.
mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
You think they should have? Think they should have been inside, Mulligan?
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since
The
area was
dialogue is
fenced off.
pretty well done.
The
It
store,
feels
the
very
campground, all of it.
organic. You can, I mean, not anything that's related
Got it,
to
Thornton.
story beats. But when it comes to things like him saying, "Oh, you can't miss it," you can almost feel like that line is coming because you've heard people talk like this before. You get when in some games and some movies, right?
Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Thornton.
Shut up, Thornton. They can still hear you.
I'm just saying. You know I'm usually a calm person. Yoga 3 times a week. But these goddamn city folk always think they know everything. It gets on my fucking nerves.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
But you know, when you play a game or you watch a
need to
movie or
think through the
something
facts
like
of the
that, you
case.
know, sometimes you get into these dialogue
The mind
sequences
place.
that you can very much
My
tell it's a
version of the mind
scripted
palace
dialogue
technique.
sequence. It doesn't really
sift
feel
through
organic.
clues and work
You know
the
what I
case.
mean? You hear people
Building
talk in
my
movies
place
and
again
games. It's
for
like
each
nobody
case.
fucking talks like that in real
Using
life.
each field office as a model in my head.
But there's and I think more so for
facts are
like
on
the
the board.
side characters than the main characters, and the main characters too. Not that I'm saying they don't, but yeah, they do a good job of making them feel like you're listening to an actual real person talking,
Everything we know about the
rather
previous
than an
murders.
actor talking.
Worth taking another look.
If that makes sense. Maybe it doesn't. Right, so this is the case board. As we explore and examine things, we find all sorts of different clues and whatnot. It helps us piece together the case and whatnot. We are playing an FBI agent, after all. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrist. Wendy Davis, teacher, body bloated, large chest wound. Percy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Murder method, slight differences in murders, bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death, chest trauma. Exposure to water post-mortem. Bruising on the wrist and legs, deep gash in the chest, heart missing, all bodies experience bloating. Killer profile, talk to somebody, yeah. So, one cool thing about these is, if they're white, or, I mean, I guess greenish, but white. If they're white, that means you found all the clues you need for this specific question, the specific bit of the investigation. If it's yellow, that means you still need to find something, and it'll actually show you how many you're missing and whatnot. But yeah, and if you click on it, it'll even tell you, you gotta talk to somebody, you gotta find evidence and whatnot. So if you feel lost, you know, at least you'll get a bit of a tip. This or like, oh, okay, I gotta go back and talk to the guy. Oh, right, inspect the body. So, you know, if you don't click on it, it doesn't give you the hint. So, you know, it's not completely holding your hand, but, you know, if for whatever reason you need to advance, then yeah, you can just click on it. It tells you what else you need to do.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson.
Visiting the mine place does not pause the game, so be
We're just
mindful
getting
of
started.
nearby threats.
Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
AKA, don't access the mine place when somebody is about to attack you. Yo, creature, welcome in. Especially if you have lived in or currently live in a small town, this is borderline the most accurate dialogue to IRL I've ever heard. The first game was the same way. I can name 15 dudes that talk exactly like Mulligan and Thornton. Yeah. I mean, I don't live in a small town anymore, but, you know, I am nearby some small towns, and I've certainly heard people talk like that whenever I stop at, like, gas stations and, like,
You
stuff
putting
like
me
that.
in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring?
Need a bolt cutter.
You know what happens.
Oh, shit. Interrupt the thing. A cool thing about the map, though, much like we see in... Oh, the conversation is still going. Shit, hold up. Out, get out. Casey! Shit, the conversation was still going, but there was no audio for it. Oops. But, yeah, cool thing about the map, much like the Resident Evil titles, when you do run into a door, if it's locked or whatever, it'll actually mark it as such. So now you know that, like, okay, if whenever I'll get these bolt cutters, I can come back here, you know, and as long as you've explored and you've sort of marked stuff on the map and whatnot, you no longer have to wonder, like, where you need to be going with the bolt cutter and such.
Welcome back, Anderson.
Welcome back, Anderson. God, this forest looks so good. A lot of forests in games don't feel right because they're typically everything is placed in a pattern, and it's not dense enough to hide that. For all I know, everything here could be also placed in a pattern, but everything is so dense that you can't really like tell. And I mean, a forest is that way, right? It's not gonna have like 3 trees, open area, 3 trees, open area, 3 trees, open area. If you've ever actually been in a forest, you know it's pretty dense. That's why people can get easily lost, because there's so much shit, everything starts to look the same if you don't have like a compass or some sort of, you know, point of reference and whatnot. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all of its inverted glory. We saw that at the beginning, the initial cutscene, right? They shot the transitions from Alan Wake talking to the lake.
Fucking nature gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
There's too much sky. You know, I've seen some people not be very happy being in the outdoors for a variety of reasons. I've never heard anybody complain about being outdoors because there was too much sky. Oh, Casey, never change, man. Never change. The mortar falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the fall resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the which Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Reading that always trips me out. I mean, I say always, we've only read it twice. Once this morning when we had a bunch of problems, and right now when we're not having problems. Fingers crossed. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, here it is.
Is
I was
that
like, hey, am I tripping or are
Kid's
we missing a
lunchbox?
lunchbox? Cold
An
Casey.
Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Is it a
He hates those
coincidence?
cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
I can think of a couple of reasons as to why. My dad used to say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Not sure where the tough get going, but maybe you'll find it inspiring. And we have the manuscript fragments. So yeah, we can upgrade stuff. Something that wasn't in the first game, so it's kind of cool that they added this here. I like upgrade systems when the game doesn't like fully rely on it, because I hate being forced to upgrade, but I like when a game does have an upgrade system. And some pretty cool stuff. Again and again, hold the fire button to activate auto fire mode. More bullets, increase the magazine size by 50%. I think this will be the first one that we get. And then another headshot, land 2 headshots in quick succession to stun an enemy for an extended duration. This I'll have to see how tanky the enemies end up being, because if they're not tanky, this feels pointless. Although, perhaps against boss fights, this will come really handy. But more magazine size means more bullets in the mag, and more bullets in the mag means more sustained damage output. And I'm all for more damage. We have a dodge button after all, so it doesn't really matter. Yo, what's up, Undead? How are you doing, sir? I feel like you're gonna love this. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna love it too. I've been really excited to play this. I was a bit bummed out when we had a bunch of technical issues in the morning, but
Not a bad
we
place
did
to
at
get
least
murdered.
finish the first chapter. I decided to restart the game again, redo the first chapter, this time with hopefully no
Damn.
technical
Should
issues.
have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
You think this phone booth is still operational? God, dude, look at this. Even without ray tracing, that looks so pretty.
One more time.
How much clearer can I make it, Mulligan?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Yeah, I believe we can't really do anything here. She's gonna mention something about the area being flooded.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
I'm so happy McCaffrey got to say goodbye to the fans and Max Payne character in this game. Yeah, that's a big shame. That's well, I mean, not a shame that he got to say goodbye, but you know what I mean. Donuts, welcome in. What's this? A late stream? Yeah, we had some issues in the morning that made me want to call the stream early. It kind of ruined my mood, so now we're redoing the first chapter, which is what we did in the morning, hopefully without any issues this time around. I'm doing well, sir. This game felt like a short, long journey, if that makes sense. Lots of time streaming, but it didn't want it to end. I getcha, I getcha. Yeah, some games be like that. The Witch's Hut. Here lived the Witch of Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt this place. Ooh, scary. Holy shit, Saga, relax. I like how Saga just has this knack of just punching the fuck out of doors. Check this out. We're just gonna chill. Oh, what's this? A door? Well, let's open it up. Wham! Fucking left hook that shit, dude. Open up, FBI! Bam! Damn, dude, you don't want Saga to come looking for you, man. You don't want the smoke. Hello. Hello. Batteries. So yeah, differently from the first game, we actually have like an inventory with like slots and whatnot, much like your traditional survival. Well, you can't really see it because my fucking camera and chat are kind of covering, but I mean, you can still. Here. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Much like a traditional survival horror, right? You got your key items and you got your supplies and all that stuff. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. Well, that sucks. I haven't told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in a big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday. So I told her. She said, thanks. Fucking kill me. Imagine telling the person you have a crush on, hey, I really like you. Oh, thanks. Monday, I snuck out last night again, went to the big house by the lake instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyways, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside the building. Take some photos. It's going to be epic. Yeah, I don't think this guy made it out. It's just
A lunchbox again.
Yeah, we already opened up
Who's
the
leaving
lunchbox.
these out here?
Oh, wait, shit, I missed this one. Oh, shit. I know things can get a little crazy around here, but if you're ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Oh, shit, wait. Who's writing this, then? They mentioned Alan. Okay, so I guess the little pebble rocks are indication that there's a lunchbox nearby. That's pretty cool. Dude, look at this is so good. Like, the way that it looks hazy and, like, a little foggy and whatnot, like, this is so sick. I've never seen any other game do it this well, right? Typically, the fog looks very dense in a very artificial way, but, like, this looks really fucking. The way the lighting hits the planet, too. This is a gorgeous fucking game. Oh, wait! Wait! Is this supposed to be Barbara or whatever her fucking name is? Is this who the Witch of the Lake is? And funnily enough, right, at the end of Alan Wake 1, this is where we fucking stick the clicker right in her chest hole. Witch's Ladle. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her drop ladle grew into a strange tree named the Witch's Ladle. The woman returned to avenge her wrongdoers. If she was not a witch before, she was one now. She killed the sheriff, drowning him in the lake. Then, she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him from the lake to exact their revenge on her behalf. Or so the legend goes. Hey, didn't something like that happen at the beginning of the game? I mean, it wasn't a sheriff, but it was an FBI agent. We got summoned from the lake. I mean, we didn't exactly exact any revenge, but... It is Barbara. Let's go. Damn, Me Too Diary. That's fucked up. Ooh, got some nasty footprints there. Can we just get Remedy to make the Silent Hill game? Bloober is fine. I like Bloober games. But can we just, like, tell Bloober to, like, take a backseat and we just put Remedy in charge of the project? Imagine if Silent Hill looked like this. Oh, man. Oh, man. But yeah, when, this morning when we went through here, I didn't think about that being Barbara. It didn't connect right away because I thought, oh, it's a legend. But I forgot that it's been 13 fucking years since the fact. I forgot about that. I'm assuming the game is going to turn us around here. Or not. But we'll be coming around this way. Yo, what's up, Thornton? How's it going, dude?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show
Okay,
you.
let me hit map to see if the game decides to stop telling me.
Good to
Thank
see
you.
you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
There's a few hints in there to different stuff, honestly. A lot of that is similar to the Poet and the Muse version of Zane's histories,
Hunting
too.
down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob?
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Fucking doofus. Those are real? Gosh golly, there really are the
On
UFOs!
the table. We didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a call.
Oh, chat, watch out the dingling.
Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
It's Mind Place time, chat. A
Another
new
body
case
turns up
begins.
just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Placing a key image on the case board begins a new line of investigation. When a key image is placed, it will prompt to a new question. Objectives are viewable at the case board in your goals. Boop, boop. You're now free to examine the board. Another body has been found in the woods near Bright Falls. Perfect timing. Need to see if this is linked to the killings we're investigating. We checked a different case, so we should have some lunchboxes here.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? The
Collect
killer left the heart
clues.
right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Well, let's put the pieces together and see where it leads us, huh? I'm not gonna read
Heart
like
removed from
every
chest, strapped
picture
by
or
the wrist.
slide thing. That's just
Definitely
not gonna
matches the
happen.
previous murders.
We
But
get
this
enough
time the heart
context
and the
clues
straps
whenever
were
we
left
pick them
behind.
up and she comments on
More
it.
clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
The clues have resolved the open question and unlocked a deduction. As you advance the investigation, new questions will be unlocked, updating your goals. You can check your goals by pressing Control. You saying we're taking control?
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here. Waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Speaking of Remedy making Silent Hill 2, if that
On the front
PlayStation
camera.
tweet turns out to be unrelated to a state of play, I'm gonna be pissed. I mean, if it's gonna be unrelated to a state of play, I can only assume that then that means it's gonna be related to maybe another transmission or something similar. I would have to assume anyways, right? Because it seems weird that they would tell you, what was it? The fog is coming, and then it links you to the Silent Hill 2 page. So if not a state of play, it's definitely gonna be some news coming soon, I would presume.
Boot prints indicating multiple killers. Quite the
Multiple
party.
assailants present. Messy scene. Crime of passion or premeditated? These are for later, apparently.
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI.
We saw him get
He came
taken
to
in the
town
first
about
game.
13
I was gonna
years
say
ago.
first movie.
I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Brothers in arms! What does he think the
So you
FBI
knew
is,
our
dude?
victim.
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze.
You know, this
booze
bit
led
is
to
kind of interesting.
paranoia. He got some wild
Talking to the
ideas in his head,
NPCs, getting the
chased
different
ghosts,
information,
until he fell off
collecting
the
the
map.
evidence. Almost seems
Yes,
like
he
an
ended up here.
I
RPG-esque
bet there's more
element.
to that story.
But
I was
no
watching
happy ending.
Punk the other day play Disco Elysium, and it almost reminds me of that a little bit.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's
Disco
everything.
Elysium seems
now, at
seems like a
least.
good game. I hear a lot of good things about it all the times. I don't think
think
it's
about
it's my cup of tea though. I really don't think it is. I always wanted to try it out because of how much people praise it and because, you know, it's an RPG and what have you, but after watching a little bit of it, I don't know if
Robert
it's
Nightingale,
really something I want to get into.
ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13
It's
years
very
ago.
like slow, just a lot of talking and whatnot. I don't even know if there's combat in that game. The story definitely seems interesting though.
They planned for the murder to happen here.
But at least for like the
Passing the
1
time
hour
with
that I
equipment
watched,
ready.
it was just like walking around
They
and
were
talking.
waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why
Use
now?
the straw they gave me with the drink.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw.
The
Feel what
profiling
they
bit,
felt.
I think it's probably the
Use
coolest
whatever I know
bit
about them to guide my
of
intuition
the
to a revelation.
investigation side
Piece
of
it
the
together.
game. Not that you're really doing any actual investigation, you're just like going where the game tells you to go. You're clicking on spots that are highlighted, then you're putting it together. It's really much more to help you get into Saga's mindset, really more so than being like an actual gameplay thing. Gives you some exposition and, you know, helps you sort of get into her mindset a bit, but the profiling is really cool because it's like that classic detective shit. You know what I mean? We see it a lot in movies and novels and stuff like that, where like the detective has a moment where they sit down and they go, hey, I need to get into the killer's head. How do they feel? What would they do? You know what I mean? So this is very much that, right?
This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst mom. Hey, good job.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
Nightingale sounds
Random act of
fucking
violence.
evil.
This was a ritual.
I love the
Nightingale
voice that they
component.
gave him.
They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess we need to find a little bit more, huh? Let's go find a little bit more then, shall we?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. God, that fucking song has been stuck in my head the whole day. I need to go to work, but have an awesome stream and a good day. Zinyar, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. You have yourself a great rest of your day and have a good day at work. Hopefully it will be easy breezy. Have a good one. It's weird. Sometimes we
Hey, let's get back to work.
we
over
hear
They left a lot of
dialogue
garbage.
voices, but
Not the fastidious type.
or not here, but we see like the text pop up, but not not actually here, which is a little weird. So this door is locked, and we clearly need a key for it. But I wasn't able to find a key around here, so I can only presume that we're gonna... I mean, I say I haven't found the key as if I tried. Earlier this morning, we didn't find the key, so I can only presume that we have to return here at a later point in the game. Monday 9/3. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. Nothing to report. Some animals, regular. Hunters, out of the dark. Poachers, heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out here. Oh, Lisa, man, this game looks good. I'm gonna be saying this a lot, by the way, chat. If you didn't know that the game looked good, by the end of the playthrough, you'll know.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
The FBC won't let me be. You think they'll let us in?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. I hope... Did they... I don't remember. Is Silent Hill 2 a PS5 exclusive slash temporary exclusive? Or is it going to be released on PS5, PC, then one? Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely picking it up on PC. I feel like if I can run this game, I'll probably be able to run Silent. I don't think there's gonna be very many games to stress my system as much as this that I'm gonna be playing.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside.
Confused, follow the
I should take a
steps.
look around for a way to
Wash
open
your
this
hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, and take a nap. Those obviously being hints to this. Now, I already know the combination because we solved this morning, but I'm gonna go ahead and walk through it anyways for the sake of the stream slash recording slash playthrough slash covering my bases. So when you walk in here, you can see the symbols. There's symbols all around. I also like that every time we see a deer, Saga can interact with
Hey
it.
there, Mr. Deer.
I almost feel like
remind me of
it's
a
an
dream I
achievement to interact with all the deers. I'm not gonna lie, kind of like in Alan Wake 1, interacting with all the pictures is an achievement, because if you notice, once you interact with it once, you can't interact with it again. I feel like it really is. But yeah, so you see there's like symbols sort of everywhere. And of course it talks about washing your hand, taking out the chicken out of the fridge. Washing your hands. Taking a nap. So. Whoa, what? Oh, video game? What the fuck? I was walking forward. I must have gotten cocked on this fucking bag. Because I... Whoa. Oh, shit. It's fucking haunted-ass duffel bag, dude. I was walking forward... and it caught me and started dragging me over to the right, dude. The duffel bag was fucking dragging me away. 100% haunted, dude. I wish I could. I'm mad that I can't pull my gun out. Let this be a warning to you fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a caldera, something formed by an erupting volcano or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else? Something less natural and much more man-made. Intentional. I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has a purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake preparing. I know it. First drawing, waterline, real calderas made from a volcano lava. Second drawing, waterline, engineer structure, and strange machine. So I don't know how long they've been here. I don't know if they were here before the events of Alan Wake 1, because Control does mention the FBC being there. But this to me tells me that the FBC was aware of maybe this entrance to the dark place, and this lake was used as a cover-up to cover up that entrance, hoping that nobody would accidentally stumble in it, but at the same time not completely try to cover it up so they can also gain access to it if they so wish to further study it. Also, this goes back to that voice line where Nightingale say the lake is not a lake. I'm sure that has a variety of meaning, but I'm sure this is also what it means. Coming from the lake that's not a lake. Because it's a cover-up. It's there. It ain't a regular lake. Oh shit. We're getting big brain. We're getting big brain.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
a triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
I already have to deal with chat telling me dad jokes, and now I have to put up with Saga doing it too. Man. Alright, so we got... it was this one, right? And that, and this. And we get some ammo and some medicinal items. Don't take anything if you aren't one with the trees. How about if you're one with these? Shit, got him. Cult of the Force ain't got nothing on these nuts jokes. Okay, so that goes back to the murder scene. I believe there was one more thing that we found around here, but I could be wrong. Pretty sure there was one more. Aha, here we go. UFOs and You, the ultimate guide to spotting unidentified flying objects. It's alive, it's a mimic. I mean, it's sort of alive. I mean, not the lake, but what's underneath the lake. Writing this down in case it happens again and I forget. I get that feeling again. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 a.m. after I'd finished my AMA on the porch of the trailer. I got in the car and drove, chasing it. Starry night, not much moon. As expected, it led me past Bright Falls to Cauldron Lake. I tried to find the right spot, the right emotion, the right thought, the combination to have it all aligned to make it happen. Terrified it would. It didn't. Not this time. Frustrated, but relieved. I scanned the sky for the shapes, the objects. Nothing. But when I blink repeatedly, I think I see the after image of an octahedron. It faded fast. When I got ready to drive back, I felt someone watching me here, but not here. It's him. I know it is. Does he know I'm getting close? I'm on the right track. I was right to come back to Bright Falls. So coming back to Bright Falls and talking about him, somebody that is here but not here, maybe in the dark world, huh? And of course we got these when I saw these little things down here, it reminded me of some of the schematics and drawings that we find around the bureau in the oldest house in Control. That's kind of what it reminded me of a little bit. And another Alex Casey box. How do you like the knitting, hero? I had it made just for you. Alright, well, I guess we can go back and slap on the few slides that we have left and progress onward.
But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Referencing another case there, I guess.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Hey, man. All right, let's piece some of these things together. Oops. Oh, hey, speaking of which.
11 remaining.
Oh, so it is an achievement!
11 remaining.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
Okay, so touching all of the deer heads is an achievement. 11 remaining.
If only the rest
Look at
of the
this fucking
bureau knew
guy.
how softy Casey is.
Oh, shit, that's the exit door. Well, let me take a look around here real quick. There's other stuff we can interact with. Obviously, we have the profiling stuff. We have the weapon upgrade stuff. Not that we can do anything with it right now, because we don't have enough.
My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic.
The good old unscrew the salt shaker cap trick, huh? An oldie but a goodie, Chad. Also, if you do that to me, I will punch in the fucking face for ruining my food.
Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible.
All right, well, let's slap some stuff on the board, shall we?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
That's not creepy at all, is it? Check the lake shore.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
Thornton does not like us in the slightest, dude.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety.
Maybe. Maybe.
They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems
I
pretty
like how Casey
complicated
actually
to me.
sprints up sometimes
What was this guy
to
doing
try to
skinny
keep up
dipping
with
at
you
this time of year?
if you get too far
I
ahead.
haven't figured that part out yet.
This is something every game should implement.
Lots of questions.
If the player
Lots of
character
answers
gets ahead of the
specified.
NPC that you're meant to
didn't know
follow,
trees
have
got
the other NPC
big.
keep up with the player character
Gives me the
so they don't
creeps.
have to wait.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
Oh, look at the page. I didn't notice that this morning. You can see like distortion around it. You see that? It's kind of
There's
cool.
a piece of paper on the ground.
I guess I was like, you gonna pick that up or?
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The
Uh-oh.
text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the words. These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing.
Yeah, so we know, I mean, we can tell because
You're right.
Alan Wake is
This
typing
is right up my alley.
that manuscript is
Nightingale
being
came this
written by Alan Wake, but there's some
Either he
edits
dropped this page,
being made.
Or the killers left
And
it
that'll
for
be
us.
interesting to see if that's Alan making those edits or
program
if it's
Nightingale about this
somebody
page.
else. Because in the first game, I believe Barbara was making edits to the script. Maybe it was Zane. I don't actually remember. Somebody was making edits to the story, turning it more into a horror story. So it'll be interesting to see who's doing that here. You can reread the manuscript pages. Oh, we have more profiling. Do we have any more? Yes, we do.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Barbara was the editor, yes. Okay, so I do remember correctly. Yeah, I wasn't sure if, like, Barbara was in fact Barbara or, like, somebody else. For some reason, I always try to think that it was somebody else, but yeah.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
Yeah, you're correct. I believe that is actually word by word what it says.
Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Like a fucked up Jeff Dunham.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Maybe the dark presence is just a ventriloquist. Maybe they're just trying to put on a fucked up comedy
I think
show.
Something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
All right. Well, I guess we make our way back to Thornton now.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what?
You get
And to
2
paint some
beers
fantasy?
in the morning
Projecting their
and 3 in the
Are
evening.
we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control.
Thornton, give me the
Deciding what
keys,
happens to
man.
who.
Give me the keys, Thornton.
Don't let it drag you in.
Good.
Too late.
Give me the keys.
I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the Bookers at the Oh Deer Diner in town.
Nice.
Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the Bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Okay, so you can hit spacebar to interact with it too. You don't actually have
Seems
to
like a
hit
nice
enter. I
house
was like,
so
man,
far.
every time I'm gonna have to
Ready
reach
to
over and hit
decide.
enter. Nope, spacebar
Pretty
works
woods.
just the same.
Cute
Nice.
lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to
I
the
should put a
task, but
counter on
hopefully
stream
Sheriff
for
will be
every
more
time
helpful.
that Casey says the name Anderson.
Deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Because he calls us by name a lot. Little Federal Bureau of Control contraption, huh?
There's another lunchbox.
That there is. We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. I'm kind of interested to see who's actually writing these. Yeah, okay, yeah, so, yeah, every single one of these boxes have had these little color pebbles. That's kind of cool. That is a nice way of telling the player, like, hey, keep your eyes open. Now let me in. Saga, punch this shit open. Yeah, there's also these little things. It's definitely a child, like, person thing. No, if I don't describe what I'm trying to get across, but yeah. Definitely a childlike vibe, obviously.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading.
You
to a
know
dead end.
what?
A tripod for a camera?
I'll save this for later.
record a
Once we get to the diner, I have a
film?
comment to
Maybe.
make. Maybe I'm onto something, or
wanna
maybe
take out
I'm
his heart
completely
just to
way
throw
the
it
fuck
away.
off,
To
but...
stuff in something for us to find.
Get the 2 pills in the morning. This was the...
I think I saw something.
This was the same thing, right?
It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Alright, well, back to the car. I think we checked out everything that we can actually check out at this point in time. Pretty sure we're gonna be coming
we
back here with how many areas we
Let's
could,
drive back to town
you know,
and meet the sheriff at the
explore and
diner.
whatnot, but the game said not right now. I'm not too worried about it. We have the whole map anyway.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive.
Perhaps it's not the killer, Saga.
With your
Perhaps
technique,
it's not
these
the killer.
punches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
There we go. The monitor was like bent inward more than it should have been. Oh wow, you can be part of the other bookcase now. That's
Need to
bizarre.
swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway.
Oh shit!
I want to walk to the diner.
Wait up.
Get a feel for the town.
I forgot about turning on the moon. Keep forgetting about it these days. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
The
I
diner's
mean,
just up the waterfront.
I'm not sure if
Shouldn't
it's
keep the sheriff and our
updating from
witnesses
version
waiting.
29 to version 30 of OBS, and it's just working better with the hardware accelerated GPU scheduling, HAGS for short. But like the game is running smoother than it was today, while OBS is running. Like significantly smoother than it was today. Fucking fingers crossed.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
For those of you just tuning in, you're listening to the Pat Bay Radio Hour, brought to you by Davis Family Moose Jerky. And boy, what an eventful day here in Brighton.
Do we care about listening to these? Oh? It's talking about us.
You're all asking the same question I am. Did they bring all this darn rain with them? Deerfest is right around the corner and we're all crossing our
Alright, never mind. Did they bring in all this darn rain with them? Did we, chat? Could it have been us? Are we the catalyst of everything? Hey.
Can't open this with my bare hands.
Not with that attitude. That's another one of those padlocks that requires a bolt cutter. Why don't we just ask for... Oh my god, this dude left us fucking... What is that? A pastry? Bread? What is that? I don't know, I can't tell. I'm stealing it, though. I'm stealing his damn food. It's kind of cool. I'm glad that they took a page from Control, right? Where instead of being like more like Alan Wake 1, where it's very linear with like, you get like an offshoot to explore to find like a hidden crate or something, but it's very on track. I'm glad that they went with the Control route a little bit more, where you get a bit more freedom of exploration. Saga, stop bashing doors in. It's unnecessary. Jesus, lady. Abraham Lincoln looking ass. It's fucking smacking the shit out of him. Why would you need to do that? So, if I don't remember wrong, some of these doors could actually be open. So, this must be Casey's room. Because we can't really interact with much of anything, but it does have like the FBI mug and whatnot. So this must be obviously the hotel we're staying at. And there are a couple of these doors. Oh yeah, this guy. There are a couple of these doors that are locked. Death Rally! I wonder if they're ever gonna make a new Twisted Metal game. I really like Twisted Metal Black. I think Twisted Metal Black was probably one of my favorite PS2 games. I tried some of the early ones. Not that fun. I couldn't click with them. And then I remember having one for the PSP, and I think they released another one after that for the PS Vita or something like that. Both of the portable ones were like, whatever. Twisted Metal Black was fucking sick. So I'm hoping that at some point we'll get another Twisted Metal that's much like serious and dark like Twisted Metal Black was. Because a lot of there's some dark humor in Twisted Metal Black, but the other Twisted Metals were like far more oddly comedic, almost like an Evil Dead vibe, which is fine, you know. But yeah, I would really like to say like a Twisted Metal Black 2 type of thing. Calden Lake? Look into news and rumors, focus on 2010. Cross-reference with old case files from NYC Cold, similarities, commonalities, and methodology, part of the series. Find out name of a good coffee from the diner. This must be Saga's room, since we can actually interact with things, right? Or this must be Casey. And then that was our room. Because there's a whole lot of fucking coffee, dude. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so some doors have the do not disturb sign. So we can't access these at all. But these ones right here really makes me feel like at a later point we'll actually be able to get a key
I can't force
to
it
open
open.
these up. Especially that one, since that's the one that we get a voice line for. Death Rally is Remedy's very first game, and guess what? Bitch is in that. Oh, and guess what bitch is in that? I'm not sure. I didn't even know they made anything before Alan Wake. Oh, shit! Thomas motherfucking Zane, huh? Thomas the poet. Do it again. The bubbling noises. I love these bubbling noises. I don't know what it is. I just... There he goes. That's cool.
It's not opening.
Yeah, I've always... Boogie down. I always thought that... yeah, Alan Wake was the first game they made. I had no idea there was some prior to that. This guy's getting down like it's 1685, dude. Look at him. What the fuck? He's pulling a John Travolta, dude. Motherfucker just watched Grease or whatever the fuck that movie's called. It's probably not Grease, is it? Oops. Oops. Movie buffs are coming after me as we speak. Staying alive, staying alive. Ha, 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 staying alive. Whatever that movie is. Okay, so I'm curious. Does it say 10 remaining now? Just living in the moment. So it seems.
10 remaining.
Yeah! Okay, cool. So it is an achievement if we get them all. So this is pretty cool. This is obviously an area that the FBI agents are using, right, for their case and whatnot. And as you see, her mind palace resembles this room because this is where they're, you know, doing their work and whatnot. So the mind palace isn't like an actual place more so than it is just, you know, think about when you think of something and, you know, maybe you do this, maybe you don't, but like when I think of stuff, I sort of visualize them and whatnot. And this is what that is supposed to represent. Unless it ends up being like an actual place, then oh shit. I need a hero. I'm looking out for a hero till the end of the night. He's gotta be strong and he's gotta be fast and he's gotta be larger than life. I forgot the lyrics. Oops. Sorry, chat. I just butchered a song. You're gonna have to deal with it.
It doesn't budge.
That fan is scarily blue. Dude, is this a FNAF reference? Har 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 har. Oh shit, that's what he's dancing to. He's dancing to the FNAF theme song. Let's go, dude. Hit him with the Five Nights at Freddy from the Living Tombstone, brother. Why are you crying? Five Nights at Bright Falls, that's where I wanna be. I just don't get it. Where the fuck is Alan Wake?
Hi there.
I still don't think she's a human. The way she fucking looked at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shaking her head, huh? Aha! So I was correct earlier today when I said that they have these maps all over the place because maybe you don't go that way. Maybe you don't go in there, right? But that way you won't miss the map. And it's normal to just have maps all over, you know, certain areas, especially if it's a tourist spot.
Get it in Coffee World. Get it where you can. Get it now.
Jesus, Charlie.
Is that a little too much coffee? A little too much coffee. They did Death Rally, then Max Payne. Oh, fuck, I forgot about Max Payne.
Isn't it? Charlene,
I completely forgot about
Think
Max.
the amount of hot caffeinated beverages you've downed has anything to do with it?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in hell.
Change of topic, please.
These guys are fucking great. Yo, dude, styling with the Converse, huh? Little high tops. I like high tops, chat. You prefer low tops or high tops? I'm a big high tops enjoyer. Every pair of shoe that I buy is a high top.
Something.
I like it. I don't know
It'll
why.
only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Really like them.
Any interesting guests lately?
Any interesting deaths lately?
Someone left a gross surprise under their bed for housekeeping. They were nuts.
So, that's what all that screaming was about?
Either that, or the couple on their honeymoon.
You prefer high tops as well?
When you
They're
guys
nice.
said nothing ever happens
It does feel like they have a little bit more support as well around the ankle too, which feels nice. Yeah, I really like the look of high tops.
Issues.
Yeah, this is a FNAF prequel. Wait, when does this take place? 2013, right? Or 2023 actually? Yeah, because the first game took place in 2010 when it came out, and 13 years later when the second game came out, it's when it takes place as well, right? It's 2023. I think that's later than most of the FNAF games, right? Definitely later than the first game, for sure. So this is actually a FNAF sequel. What a gorgeous game. I was driving home and this huge truck just decided it doesn't actually want to exit off the highway, and at the last second just cuts into my lane, nearly driving me into traffic on the other side. Whew, well, hopefully you're good. Thankfully, but like, fuck, man, that's how accident. Yeah, that's why, like, it's, oh man, that's why, you know, it's always important to pay attention to the other people, right? Thankfully, you were paying attention. But yeah, it's more often than not, it's always the other person, right, that causes the accident. People that are not paying attention and whatnot, or people that just think they own the fucking road, right? Like, it's, oh man, I don't get it. That's such unnecessary risks for what? Just so you don't miss your exit? Like, I've done that before where, like, I turn into an exit, I'm like, oh fuck, this isn't it. I sure as shit am not gonna swerve back into the lane. I'm just gonna take the exit and then just get right back into the freeway. You know what I mean? Because, like, I've been in areas where that isn't the case, but, like, I feel like 99% of highway overpasses, right, where you'd normally take an exit, it just goes up on the overpass, and then you just fucking go right back in. So, like, at worst, you do what, lose 20 seconds? Like, oh, man, I don't get people, but yeah, thankfully you're okay. Thankfully nothing happened to you or anybody else that was near that fucking guy. I swear every time a family member gives me shit about not driving 2 weeks later, they come home like, I almost fucking died. Hey, yo, wait up. Cultist symbol spotted. My saga senses are tingling. Oh, there's more. Right behind the, what is this? What is this place, huh? Why are there cultist symbols next to this place? It's all boarded up, too.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Hello.
An old garage.
I'll look around.
Is some sort of mechanics?
Take your time.
Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Washington's finest.
Before we engage with him, I'm just gonna fucking ignore him and walk away. Shit, they did a good job at recreating the place while still, like, making it feel like time has passed. Pretty good shit. The grand reopening! The Founders Park was relocated here as our small town keeps growing. We are sure you'll find this placement for the park every bit as wonderful and relaxing as the previous one. Welcome to the new and improved Founders Park. Chat, if you're
Tweet, my sweets. Now, why'd you go and do that? Stomping around like that and scaring the poor little things. If not for the birds, I might just go a little nutty. A little cuckoo, if you will.
What the fuck is wrong with her? What the fuck is wrong? She's gonna turn up in my fucking hotel room with a fucking gun, dude. I might go a little nutty, a little cuckoo, if you will. I don't trust them.
One of those lunch
Oh shit,
boxes.
hey. You wouldn't believe how hard it was to track down these lunchboxes. Thank goodness for the internet. Hey, you want to buy yourself an Alex Casey lunchbox? Yeah, driving certainly is dangerous. That's why being an attentive driver definitely helps. But it kind of is that way, Xenon. Like, driving is definitely handy, right? You gotta go pick up a lot of shit. You gotta drive around, you know. You can do that during, you know, conditions and when all, that doesn't matter what the weather is. You can carry people with you. You listen to music. You got the AC. It's handy and it's comfortable. And I personally like driving. I think driving around with the music turned up and just chilling is probably one of the most calming things you can do for me anyways. But it's certainly dangerous. At every turn, it's dangerous. It's something you don't want to actively think about as you're doing it, right? It's just one of those things that you do and you just, you know, do your best to avoid any dangers, but... Oh, look, it's the Joker from The Joker playing the Joker. He kind of does look... What's his name? What's his fucking name? The guy that played the Joker in The Joker? William the Friendly Guy? No, what's the fucking name of that guy? Boarded up brick building is where you could spot Nightingale in Alan Wake 2, Alan Wake 1 ending. Oh, right at the very end. Right, when they're, the fucking Deer Fest thing is going, right? And you can see him in the window. When you were on a multi-ton truck, like, what the fuck was that guy smoking? Yeah, no kidding. Especially when it rains, it's like they forget how to drive. Yeah, people don't know how to drive in anything but sunny conditions. The game is really good. The game is really good. I mean, other than the issues we've had this morning, thankfully everything's been running so far. With the new GPU, everything's been really fucking good.
And they end in the end. They end.
You guys are fucking cursed. This entire town is fucking cursed. I'm leaving. I'm gone. See ya. I'm out of here. I'm fucking out of here. Dude, this place is fucking weird, huh? Granted, a lot of weird shit has happened here, so... I mean, understandable, I suppose.
A pretty nice day to be working outside. I
It
don't
is.
envy the guy stuck on desk duty.
It is a pretty nice day. I like days like this, where it just rained, right? So it's a little bit, you know, you get that rain smell, that fresh rain smell, right? And maybe it's still a bit breezy, a bit cold, a bit windy, perhaps, but it's sunny out. I like these types of days. I like fall. I think fall is probably my favorite season. Or for any Europeans out there, autumn. Autumn is a weird word to say. I hate it. In English, it's a fucked up word to say. In Italian, autunno. Simple, straightforward. In English, it sounds like somebody just slammed their fucking hand on the keyboard, dude. Said, fuck it, this is the word of the day. Are you lost, lady? Oh, dude, you know what this fucking place reminds me of for anybody that has seen it? Nightmare on Elm Street 6, Freddy's Dead. It has that fucking vibe. There's an event happening. The town is semi-deserted. Like, people are here, but they're all, like, old motherfuckers. Some of them are acting off because of previous events that have happened in the past. It kind of gives me that vibe a little bit. Kind of gives me that vibe.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, no, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you
They
can decide for
definitely do
yourselves.
not.
They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had
Listening
many
to the
people
conversation.
besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010.
I'm not sure,
The fence
honestly.
was built just after.
I've wanted to maybe replay Resident Evil 4 because that was one of the first games that started to give me a bit of trouble with my 2080. It was one of the first games of like the next gen that my 2080 was like, oh man, I can play this at 1440p, but I gotta tune the settings down a bit. So that's one of them. I can't think of many, man. A lot of the PC games I play are not like super high fidelity titles, but if for anything, I'm more excited not so much about being able to play like new titles, but being able to play games while streaming at high settings, max resolution, while retaining high frame rate. I think that's what I'm more excited about than anything. Being able to actually not have to sacrifice quality for performance, you know what I mean? But being able to maintain both quality and performance. But I don't know. I don't know what... A lot of the games that I play are really not that high fidelity. This is like the first, like, true next gen looking title that I'm playing. I mean, there's definitely a lot coming out, though. You know, like Dragon's Dogma 2 when it's on sale, and I'll get around to buying that. I'm excited for that. Silent Hill 2, that's gonna be definitely a cool looking game. Being able to run it at, you know, max settings, I'm hoping. So there's a few games that are gonna be coming out that I'm looking forward to that my 2080 might have definitely struggled. The jukebox is out of order. The poor old thing can only take so much of the same song being played over and over. I'm as big of a fan of Coconut as the next person. But come on. It puts the lime in the coconut. Alan Wake 1 reference. Nice, nice, nice. Gonna talk to you all in a minute. A thing of beauty, I know.
I feel bad for these guys.
Will never fade away. God damn it. Now I'm gonna have to play a bit of Cyberpunk once I'm done with the stream. Just to get that song out of my damn
To
head.
force this open.
Yeah, we need a key or something else. And I don't think there was anything in the restroom, right? Nasty reflection. Yeah, better stream performance is a big plus. You know, I'm always ready for some more Remake 4. Yeah, at some point I'm gonna have to play that DLC as well. But yeah, the other thing that I'm excited about is finally being able to take advantage of some of the stuff that the 40 series has available to it. I believe OBS has a new NVENC encoder specific for the 40 series. I don't think that NVENC AV1, for example, is available to the 2080 series. If you don't know what that even means, that's just a more efficient way of encoding a recording or stream, so you get the same quality at a lower bit rate. So if you're recording, that means it takes up less space. So instead of getting like a 100 gig recording, you're going to get like an 80 gig recording, for example, which means that you can either crank up the bit rate, and now at the same bit rate, you know, at the same file size, you can get more quality, or that means you can maintain the same quality, save on space and whatnot. More efficient encoding method. And there's other stuff like DLSS 3, frame generation, etc., etc. All of those are only available to like 40 series and up.
Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed.
These are the two people that we saw at the beginning of the game while we were playing as
So are we
Nightingale.
being charged with anything? Because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what they are is essentially, I don't remember what the short, like what the actual acronym stands for, but essentially it's dynamic resolution, right? I think it's dynamic something super sampling for DLSS, and I forget what FSR, it's something sampling rate or whatever. It's essentially dynamic resolution. So if you set your game at 1440p with no DLSS, the game is going to try to run at 1440p as much as it can. When it can't, you're going to see those big drops in performance, right? That's when you get those big frame dips, because your computer might not be able to handle certain high action moments when there's a lot of stuff going on screen. What DLSS does is when those moments happen, it drops the quality. I think it tries to do it in further distances or around the screen, and it tries to maintain just the center of vision at a higher quality, but it dynamically changes the quality of what you're seeing to try to maintain that higher resolution. And if you have a good enough system, oftentimes you won't actually notice that. That's what the settings are typically. DLSS quality, DLSS balance, DLSS performance. You're telling me like, okay, I want you to prioritize quality, but still do your thing, or you know what, drop it as far as you can to maintain the sort of frame rate. So it's just dynamically changing the quality or the fidelity of things. I probably explained it like an asshole without using all the proper terminology, but that's what it does. That's what it does. That makes sense. That's why people complain about it creating ghosting. I think in some games, yes. In some games, DLSS can make the game look maybe not so pretty. But DLSS 3.0 is pretty fucking good.
So what did you see?
It's a good piece of technology.
This naked dude came out of the lake, and he was acting
It's very
crazy,
handy.
shouting weird shit at us.
Helps lower end
He must
system
have
quite
been
a
on
bit.
something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing
But yeah,
around
ghosting
here.
is unfortunately
Then
a
we
thing that
heard
can
shooting.
happen.
We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult.
God, there's something about the way that this character's mocap that is so good. I believe that this is somebody that saw some traumatizing shit and he's like recalling it as he's telling it to me. It's so good.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree, the cult of the tree."
The voice acting is really good in this game too.
Oh, and then we found her. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all.
What did you find, lady? Time to go to the Mind Palace. 9 remaining.
9 remaining.
The actor for Ahti told Sam Lake that a lot of people talk more with their bodies than with their mouths, so when making this, they made a point to have people use their entire bodies when talking. Body language is huge, right? Yes! They did the same thing for Baldur's Gate 3. I remember there were a lot of people saying how well some of the movements during conversations in Baldur's Gate, specifically with the main cast, the characters, right? When they're talking and they're doing all of these hand gestures and stuff like that, that it looked very good. And that's because, you know, they just let the actors be themselves. So, you know, whenever they're like doing this shit and doing this and talking and blah, 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 you know, that's them doing it because, yeah, you're right. People do naturally. It's not just Italians, all right? It's not just Italians, goddammit. But yeah, people, facial expression and body movement and whatnot, you know, a lot of people do it. You know, whenever you're talking to motherfuckers, whether it's like, you know, tilting their head, you know, moving your hands, you know, things like that, like just shifting your body. Like, we do use our entire body to, you know, engage in conversation oftentimes. It's not just about the vocals. We pioneered it. I mean, we did pioneer it. Italians were the, you know, hand gesture pioneers, but we're not the only one.
We're dealing with an organized group of killers, not a lone serial killer. The Cult of the Tree. What are the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutter.
Glad you got like 5 years worth of upgrades.
Nothing to do with the murder.
Yeah, that 2080 kept kicking. Hey,
telling the truth.
I got 5 years worth of gameplay out of that GPU. I'm pretty happy with it.
So you found something.
So I didn't feel any need to upgrade
necklace
until like
these
now,
cultists
you know
may
what
have
I mean?
dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
Not to mention that the Super series of GPUs kind of has dropped prices across the board as well, so that's nice. My the 4070 before taxes was $630, $620, something like that. When before, even getting a 4070 was like closer to like $700, $800.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor.
Hey, it's Rose.
Questions.
Xenon's girlfriend.
Would even dream of missing Deerfest.
Oh God. Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe.
So here's where I wanted to make a comment after this dialogue
We'd
sequence.
never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned.
Give anything to first tell me my
daughter
is dead.
That's so weird. You don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
So, we've been, and I could be stretching here, chat. I could be reaching for the fucking moon here and be completely off. But I'm gonna say this right now. The boxes that we keep finding have a very childlike feel to them. There's little colored rocks, there's like little charms and whatnot. Clearly there's a child that's writing these. They mention Alan, which is a bit weird, but not too weird. And they talk about a hero and you know, somebody that they see as a hero. They did mention a father. I don't know if they've mentioned a mother figure yet, but I think there's a reason why they haven't mentioned the mother figure yet. So in Alan Wake 1, the story became reality, right? And I think that this is going to happen the same here as well, but it's a much slower progress, it seems, with the lake slowly rising, almost as if it's like the Dark Present itself slowly, you know, engulfing the town, you know what I mean? And so we saw the manuscript, the first page of the manuscript that we found, right? And it is the story of us, these two FBI agents, right? That Alan is writing and somebody's editing again. So everything is slowly becoming reality. So she is telling us that our daughter is dead. And now I'm wondering if perhaps those lunch boxes are being left behind by our daughter somehow from the dark place. Somehow, if she's able to leave these behind for us. You know what I mean? I could be potentially fucking reaching here. But that's where I'm going with it right now. Especially because they are Alex Casey boxes, and whenever we found one, you know, Saga mentions that it's, you know, that Casey hates the fact that there's a character like him, you know what I mean? And it seems like they have a good relationship outside of work as well. So perhaps Saga's daughter, you know, sees Casey as a good friend, you know? So who knows? That's where I'm lining up the dots in.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult
A
of the tree,
murder
Sheriff?
cult.
Only the urban legend.
Fuck.
If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
The
We're
way
not gonna
he
find out
said
you're the
fuck,
Grand
dude.
Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day, and Wizard was always my favorite.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Felt like I had a felt like you could hear Casey say that during some more intimate moments.
Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true.
You get what I
More the
mean.
merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Happy to say I haven't had any problems with AMD drivers for months now. I think we might be past these AMD shenanigans, honestly. That's good to hear if that's the case. I do hear that obviously driver problems are becoming less and less frequent with AMD.
She kept saying that my daughter
That was like
drowned.
the big bane.
She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Some people would have no problems with it. Other people would have like constant crash issues and whatnot. That was the case for me. I don't know what it was about this GP, the 6950 XT that I picked up. It was constant fucking driver crashes. I tried older drivers, I tried newer drivers, I updated all sorts of fucking other drivers to make sure everything and anything that I had was up to date, and it was just problem on problem on problem. This 4070 Super, I plugged it in, and it worked. You still have it? Yeah. Unfortunately, Best Buy only has like a 2 week return period, so it was well past that by the time that I was like, all right, fuck this shit. Because you know, my other PC was having issues, so I thought maybe the driver issues were related to that. So I then built a new PC because of all the issues, and I slapped it onto a brand new fucking system, brand new up-to-date system, constant driver crashes, and I was like, okay, dude. And this is supposedly a new GPU. I had returned it to XFX, and they told me, well, through our testing, the GPU sent us is fine, but to give you peace of mind, we'll send you a new one anyways. So I tried it with two GPUs, two 6950 XTs. Both of them had constant driver issues. So that fucking sucked, but I'm happy that to hear that you won't be having that problem. Hopefully nobody else will. I know one of you is stealing the toilet paper. I've been counting them, and there's an entire roll missing every day from stock. Theft is taken seriously here. It's a sheriff's station, for Pete's sake. One of these days, I'm going to catch you red-handed, and you better believe you're getting thrown out. What a disgrace you are. What kind of a nut counts toilet paper rolls? Sounds like you've got too much time on your hands. Well, yeah, I'm thinking of selling the 6950 XT. I would like to try it out on another system to verify that it doesn't have any problems. At this point, I'm willing to believe that it doesn't have any problem. It's 2 brand new GPUs, and through the testing that XFX ran, they said that the fucking GPU was fine. So I'm willing to believe that, you know, according to them, the GPU is perfectly fine. And maybe I'm just, you know, my brain is too small to use AMD hardware, I guess. I don't know. So I'm thinking of, like, selling it for cheap-ish, I guess.
Sir, some patience, please.
But I don't know. Because I don't know if it is I don't know if it is the GPU or not, you know what I mean? And like, I want to sell it to get some of the money that I spent on that bitch back before it gets devalued too much. But at the same time, I don't feel right selling something that might be defective to somebody. I don't know.
You believe me, right?
Well, I don't have a dialogue option with you, so I guess I must believe you, or I don't know. You're crazy, man. Everybody in this fucking town is crazy. Thornton looks like he does coke every fucking day, dude. He looks like a crooked ass cop, man. Look at him. He looks like your classic crooked cop guy. You know what I mean? Like, if you saw this guy in, like, a police film, you would be like, yeah, this is the guy that's gonna backstab the main character. I don't think that's the case here, obviously, but... Hey, I'm just stealing your shit. Don't worry about it. Kill the Joe, make some mo. This is the 3rd time this week I came in for late shift and there's no coffee in the machine. You take the last cup, you brew a new batch. Chat, those are words to live by. If you're in a workplace environment where there's a shared coffee machine and you take the last bit of coffee, you better be fucking brewing up another cup, or I swear to God, your ass is banned from ever using the coffee machine. Chat, I hate to break it to you, but you need to have a face capable of growing a beard to make effective use of a beard oil. I knew Marco's beard was too soft to be natural. What brand is he using, Lucy? Oh, well, I'm reading them fucking ass backwards. Okay, that's fine. Since my numerous friendly reminders about not having personal packages delivered to the station have gone unheeded, from here on out, if you've seen fit to send something to the station, I will see fit to announce to the station what you have received. Is it a federal offense to open someone's mail? Yes, it is. Is it a federal offense that I need to share my desk space with your personal offense? That I need to share my desk space with your late-night impulse buys? Yes, it is. You have been warned. P.S. Officer Lightfoot, your beard oil is ready for pickup. Damn, called them out. The front desk computer and admin email are not to be used for personal quarrels or other unofficial business, and remember to wash your coffee mugs. Hey gang, the annual event you've all been eagerly awaiting is upon us again, the Community Outreach Barbecue. Now, I don't want to hear any grumbling. This is a valuable opportunity to connect with the community. Statistics show that officers who are well integrated with the communities they serve see lower instances of violent crime in their precincts, are more effective in their policing, but overall better mental wellness. This is your benefit, so take it seriously. Yeah, imagine that. When police officers can actually connect with the community and not be assholes all the time. Wow, there's more respect, more mutual respect involved? Huh. Weird, isn't it?
How are you?
Who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Agent?
What's up? I'm just stealing your shit. Don't worry about it. I might actually have to
The
revert
investigation is being taken over by the federal agents.
interact
Sheriff
buttons
Breaker wants us to
to
cooperate
F
fully.
and flashlight to E,
I'm
I
being
think.
serious, Nelson.
Took the last cup of coffee, brew a fresh pot. No. What kind of an asshole do you need to be to get to this extent where you take the last copy and the last cup of coffee and don't give a fuck about refilling it for the other people as somebody has done for your ass, to the point where you go and you even leave a sticky note saying no. What a dick you must be, dude. That is like straight up asshole behavior.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm
Commercial
in the
time.
woods. You've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear.
Oh no, a bear. Help.
Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh wow, Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable
Oh
prices.
man.
That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide.
I hope that every commercial is just gonna always have these two guys.
A tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Janko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government.
Even the fucking bear, dude.
You think of everything, and we'll take you anywhere.
Come take our tour guide and we'll break through government fencing.
Fishing in the crystal clear waters of Bright Falls Dam. Bird watching at majestic Mirror Peak.
It's like holding a fucking coffee.
A tour of a lifetime is just one phone call away. Book now to get a 9% discount on this
Whoa!
edition Oh Dear Diner coffee thermos.
Thermos, sorry, not a coffee mug. Thermos.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates...
Helmets
between
save
the
lives.
We
That
can
they
handle
do,
this,
chat. That they
right?
do. What do you guys want? What do they got? They got some Locos, like fucking knockoff Doritos. They got some barbecue beef chip. Ugh. Take some salt and vinegar now. Chad, have you ever had like meat flavored chips, like beef flavored chips or stuff like that? Like I think I've only ever had one chip that had like some sort of meat flavoring that was fine. Most other ones taste really fucking weird.
I need bolt cutters.
Another one that needs bolt cutters. I presume we're gonna be finding bolt cutters pretty soon. There's a lot of areas that seem to require it. Another door that requires a key. Flashlight looks so nice too. I know that I'm glazing really fucking hard over this game, but it's just such a good fucking game, dude. It looks so good. She looks like she's seen the fucking devil itself, dude. Does she blink? She's not blinking. She looks like... Oh, there he goes. Okay, for a second I thought she was a fucking robot, dude.
I can't get through this.
I thought we were interacting with the fucking Terminator there.
Okay, let's take a look at our patient. I'll
Do
start
we
with
want
the
to take a look at our
external inspection
patient?
before performing the internal examination.
Chat, close your eyes. There may or... Dude, this game is fucking haunted. Look at this. Oh, you're not gonna do it? We like... brushed up against this and like everything just like jolted open. Yeah, hold on, let me take a look in here, huh? Take a quick look. Give me that. How do I... There it is. Some batteries.
Can't be opened on this side.
Watch out! There could potentially be a dingling on the screen.
What other clues? There's writing on here.
Writing on the
Can't
heart.
make it out.
That is a little weird.
How'd they manage that?
The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike
I
me
still
as a
think, and I'm sure we'll
tattoo
get confirmation of this, but the writing on the heart and the writing on here, I wonder if somebody's writing like a sort of manuscript on the victim.
defensive wounds.
Now, whether that's the same manuscript that Alan is writing or something to maybe make other changes to the story, I suppose that'll be...
Uh-huh. They did leave something inside
We'll
his
figure
chest.
that out when we get there, I guess. Can we rewatch the... Oh, we can. That's sick. On it tells you right here. Man, this is so nice. 1 out of 9. 1 out of 6. This is so nice. I like this a lot. And the deer telling us how many deer heads we have petted. This is something that I wish the first Alan Wake would have told you. Or even Control. I wish Control would have told you too. How many out of how many... Well, Control tells you through the trophies. Because it actually tracks like the trophy progress. You know, it'll tell you like, oh, you've done like 20%, 30% or whatever. But it's nice when games have collectibles, but they also tell you, like, when you actually, how many of something you have.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
I like how the version... I'm just kind of noticing some stuff because, like, I'm paying attention to make sure that nothing is going wrong with the game. But, man, I like some of the small little visual changes they made to version 30 of OBS. Just little changes here and there. Nice. Oh, yeah, the cult stashes. Now we can actually check this
These stashes could
out.
contain clues about the cult.
There's a few things that even if you
Better
get
keep an
all
eye
of
out for
them,
more.
will still be short because the rest will be in the DLC. Yeah, I heard that the... Like, when I was looking up if there was a way to, like, quickly get skill points and whatnot, there was somebody mentioning that that's something that you pretty much have to do with, like, the DLC. Because there's not enough in the main game. So then somebody corrected him and said, well, if you do everything in the base game, you can hit that. But that's finding every secret area, etc., etc., etc.
Right.
Yeah, there's certainly some things that require you to go into the DLC for sure.
I need to know more about the cult of the tree if I'm going to shut them down.
Where's my curve? Whoa! What is happening? Are these... What the fuck was that? Weird.
Right. That's not right.
Putting the
Time to
pieces
see
of the
what
puzzle
Nightingale's
together.
body can tell us.
What have we learned about this guy, huh? Did the killer write this on the heart? How? Yeah, I don't know. They fucking bring a tattoo gun with them, I guess.
Text is smudged. Looks inverted. Heart can't have been marked before removal.
Yeah, if the heart could not have been marked before removal, that raises a whole lot of fucking questions, doesn't it?
There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there?
Good question. If you do everything's upgrade-wise, you'll still be short. But I mean, collectibles that you find all, but it says like 7 out of 9 because the last 2 will be in the Lake House DLC. Even Final Draft adds new collectibles that also wind up short a few. Oh, you're talking about Alan Wake 2. Okay. I was like, Lake House DLC? What are we talking about now? Dingling flash. I should have warned you guys. Too bad. Now you get dingling in your face.
It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale hunted Saga.
Yeah, for real.
The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable.
Saga, you nasty.
Nightingale had no heart, but
fucking
here he
reach,
was,
isn't it?
killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy.
Uses the tweezers to reach in the body and then just fucking manhandles the bloody, gutted up pages.
I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
The fact that he says no, wait, makes me think he's interacted with Ayo? Makes me think that the sheriff has seen some stuff before. The sound effects as Nightingale is moving around are very visceral. You're like the cracking and whatnot. I don't think she's alive anymore. I don't think that deputy made it.
Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page.
The cinematography in this game is so fucking good. Try to stay in the light to avoid being detected by enemies. And obviously, it's gonna heal us too. There it is, as it did in the first game. Now, since I did this morning, this is what happens if you don't wait. Safe havens will restore some of your health. If you leave or attack from a safe haven while in combat, it will become temporarily unavailable. Uh-oh.
My gun's out in the hall.
That's what happens if you don't wait. You get your fucking neck snapped.
He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back.
You nasty dingaling motherfucker. Safe havens were, yeah, we just, I don't know why I just read again. Let's go get the gun. Hemingway brought you here talking about Alan. You can, there we go. I was holding down right click and it wasn't fucking aiming. I guess I started holding down right click too early. Oh man, and that's the end of chapter 1. Now, I think we're gonna go ahead and listen to a little bit of the song and then move on. But then we're going to call it. Because when this morning we had problems, I kind of quit out when it was at the end chapter screen, and it had me repeat that segment we just did. So it seems to autosave once you move on to the next chapter. Good song though. Good song. Good.